Okay, I hope you can see already the whiteboard. So I will be answering the problem, and just interrupt me if in case I mislook something. So we're asked to write an equation for the circle that satisfy each set of conditions. So A is the center. Center 8 and negative 9 that passes through 21 and 4. So since we're looking for equation of a circle, perhaps you need to recall first what's the equation of a circle. Remember, it is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared is equal to r squared, where h and k is your center and then r is your radius. So therefore, this is what you need to figure out to come up with the equation. So based sa problem A natin, 1A is to be specific. 1A to be specific, we're given with the center. So we're good. How about the radius? The radius is not given to us. So you need to review what is the whole point of radius. Remember, radius is the length from center going to a point on a circle. Or in other words, the distance. So that means we need to find the distance from center to 21, 4. So if you try to recall, what you need in distance is x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared, and at the same time y squared minus y sub 1 quantity squared. So needed natin ng 2 points. So ano yung mga 2 points natin? So we have the center 8 and negative 9, and then it passes through a point on the circle which is 21, 4. So this would be our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So substitute. So x sub 2 is 21 minus x sub 1, 8. And then y sub 2 is 4 minus negative 9. So 21 minus 8 is 13. So 13 squared. Plus 4 minus negative 9 is the same as 4 plus 9. So 13 din yon. So 13 squared. So 13 squared is actually 169. So 169 plus 169 is 338. If gagamit tayo ng calcu, automatically, if it's scientific calculator, it will give you the simplest radical form of square root of 338, which is 13 square root of 2. Sir, what if wala kaming scientific calculator? So anong gagawin namin? Okay, so you need to recall your lesson in grade 9. Simplifying radicals. You can simplify a radical if you can find a factor of that number which is a perfect square. And in our case here, the perfect square here is 169. So ayun, 169 is a perfect square and you need to multiply it with the 2 to make it 338. Square root of 169 is 13. Then, square root of 2, wala ka na magagawa dyan not unless we write it in decimal. So as is lang. So that's why it's 13 square root of 2. Okay, now, you already have your distance. The distance again is the range. So, ibig sabihin, okay ka na sa range mo at sa center, you're now ready to come up with the equation of the circle by substitution. So, that's x minus, yung h natin ulit is here already. That's an 8. And then, yung k natin is negative 9. And then don't forget your r is 13 square root of 2, and then you enclose it in a parenthesis, then squared. Now, let us simplify. That would be the square of x minus 8. But y minus negative 9 can be written as y plus 9. And then, if may calculator kayo, 13 square root of 2 squared is just 338. If wala naman kayong scientific calculator, yung gagawin nyo is you need to remember your lesson again in grade 9 and the laws of exponent. Remember, 13 is a rational number. Square root of 2 is an irrational number. And there's no operation between the two different type of numbers. So it's multiplication. And then there are two numbers in which you have to get its product. Then it's raised to a power, 2. So you will be needing here power of a product law. Ibig sabihin, yung dalawang numbers natin, you have to get the square of 13. At the same time, you also have to get the square of 2. So the square of 13 is 169. And then the square root of, and the square root of the square root of 2 is just a 2. So 169 times 2 is 338. So there you go. This is your final answer. This is the equation of the line. I mean circles. Equation of the circle. So yung B is iba yung case. Yung ibinigay na sa atin is just the diameter, the endpoints of the diameter. So yung unang gagawin mo, remember what's your goal all about. Yung goal mo is you have to make an equation, but again, your equation needs the center and the radius. Hindi binigay yung dalawa, so that's a problem. So you have to find a way. So since there's our diameter, so you need to recall what is diameter. Yung diameter is a line connecting 2 points on the circle, but it passes through the center. Okay. And remember, from center to a point on the circle that is equidistant to any point, as long as to any point on the circle, if you base its distance from the center. So ibig sabihin, if let's say 21 and 11 and 18 is here, and dito yung negative 13 and negative 19, ibig sabihin, from this point to the center, equal lang yan with center going to this point. In other words, center can be called something else. You can also call it as the midpoint in a diameter. Okay, so if that's the case, mahanap natin yung center by finding the midpoint. So, ganyan. So, kung i-recall nyo yung formula ng midpoint, you can get the midpoint, or now we're talking about center, by adding x sub 1 plus x sub 2 all over 2, comma, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 all over 2. Given 2 points. Okay, so yung 2 points now, ito yung si negative 13 and 19, negative 19 and 11 and 18. So ito yung x sub 1, y sub 1. Ito yung x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, now, substitute. X sub 1, negative 13 plus 11 all over 2. Y sub 1, negative 19 plus 18 all over 2. So negative 13 plus 11 is negative 2. But negative 2 divided by 2 is just negative 1. Then yung negative 19 plus 18 natin is negative 1. And you can't simplify that, not unless you convert it to decimal. So no need. So ganyan lang. Now, may center ka na. So okay na tayo dito. Yung next step natin is yung radius. Okay, paano natin mahanap si radius? So may dalawang paraan. You can find the distance from center to a point given to us. So pili lang kayo which one would you want. Or hanapin nyo yung diameter from the two endpoints given to us and then divide by 2. Then you will be getting the radius. Okay, now, gusto kong umiwas sa fraction. Kaya hindi ko muna siguro gagamitin yung option na center to a point. Kasi yung center has a fraction. So, I'll find the diameter. Then later part, I will divide it with 2. So, to find the diameter, you just have to get the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. So, yung 2 points na i-consider natin is yung mga endpoints natin, 11 and 18, and then negative 13 and negative 19. Ito yung x sub 1 siguro, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So, substitute. X sub 2, negative 13 minus 11. Then, negative 19 minus 18. So, negative 13 minus 11 is the same as negative 13 plus negative 11. Same sign, add and keep. Or gumamit na lang kayo ng calculator kung gusto nyo. That would be negative 24 quantity squared. Plus negative 19 minus 18 is negative 37. Then you get the square root of 24. So which is 576. And then the square of 37 is 1369. Add nyo yan. 1369 plus 576 is 1945. And you can't simplify it anymore. So as is lang. So alam mo na yung diameter. So you will be able to get the radius by dividing the diameter with 2. So kaya the square root of 1945 all over 2. So ito yung radius natin. So may radius na tayo, may center na tayo. That means we can now find the equation of the circle. So, x minus, take note, dito lang ha, dito yung h, ito yung k. And again, this is the radius. X minus negative 1, quantity squared, plus y minus negative 1/2, quantity squared, is equal to square root of 1945 all over 2, quantity squared. So ito magiging x plus 1, and ito magiging y plus 1/2. And then ito, this is quotient law, quotient rule in laws of exponent. So that means you have to get the square of the numerator and the square of the denominator. The square of the numerator, that will just be 1945. Then the square of the denominator, so 2 squared is 4. Then this is now our equation of the circle. I'm so fan of circle, of line I mean. So circle yung topic natin. So problem 2 says that suppose an earthquake can be felt up to 80 miles from its epicenter. You are located at a point 60 miles west and 40 miles south of the epicenter. Do you feel the earthquake, considering your location? If so, how many miles south would you have to travel to be out from the earthquake? Okay. So, may dalawang tanong dito, but we'll deal first with the first question. Do you feel the earthquake? Yan yung tanong. Something that you need to remember when you deal with word problems, you have to get something from each sentences given to you. So, dapat alamin nyo, mag-gets nyo kung ano yung meaning ng every sentence. Kasi that will help you out. So, I will try to do that. So, di ba, yung first sentence natin is, suppose an earthquake can be felt up to 80 miles from its epicenter. So, we're thinking of an earthquake with an epicenter. So, I hope you were able to encounter this in science already. You know that yung epicenter natin, hindi naman siya nag-move siguro hindi pa siya nag-move, siguro 5 seconds, hindi naman yan mag-move right away. So, mayroon talagang fixed point dyan. Yan yung Yan yung center natin. So we can actually put the epicenter anywhere that we want in the Cartesian plane. But let's make it simple. We will try to put it in the origin. So this is now our epicenter. And then it says that it can be felt up to 80 miles. So that's the maximum range. So that's our radius. And that can be in any direction as long as it's 80 miles from the epicenter. So, next sentence, you will be seeing the word north, west, southeast. With specific west and south lang. So you have to review your directions. Your north is up, your south is down. Those are the opposite directions with respect of the y-axis. So north, positive, south, negative. And then with respect to the x-axis, yung west is yung negative, yung east is yung positive. So ibig sabihin, if you say that your location is at a point 60 miles west and 50 miles south, if you will be starting from the origin, you go 60 miles west, so going to the left. Ibig sabihin yan, you're going towards the negative numbers. So your x-coordinate mo is negative 60. And then, 40 miles south, meaning you go down. With respect to the y-axis, so that would be your y-coordinate. So, negative 40. Because south is negative. So, plot mo yan sa graph mo. You will notice that your location is here. Now, not all the time that you can graph or you have ample resources, no? Or ample time to do that. So, minsan, it is inconvenient for you to answer something through graphing. So, hindi mag-work. For now, I used a certain tool to graph it correctly and talagang accurate. So we can easily say that, yung point nasa loob, it's inside the circle. That means the answer to the question is a yes. So you can answer right away if your method is through graphing. Pero, hindi, as I said, not all the time you have your graphing paper with you, you have your compass with you to make a perfect circle, etc. So that means you have to devise another way. So, paano natin yung gagawin? Take note, until 80 miles lang siya. So, in other words, if within 80 miles ka, you will feel the earthquake. If not, beyond 80 miles, meaning you don't feel the earthquake. So, yung gagawin natin is, we will find the distance from your current location from the epicenter. Okay, so I think familiar na kayo sa gagawin. So, take note, ito yung mga coordinates natin. Just like what we did in example number 1, we will just find the distance using the distance formula. So may 2 points na tayo. That is 0, 0, and then negative 60, negative 40. This is our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So distance is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1, quantity squared, plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. So this is just as negative 60, negative 40, and then the square of negative 60 is 3,600. The square of negative 40 is 1,600. So afterwards, add mo sila. 3,600 plus 1,600 is 5,200. Then, the square root of 5,200, if you use a calcu, that's 20 square root of 13. But it would be easier for us to understand the meaning of the value if it's in decimal. So, in decimal, that is just 72.11. Okay, so remember, at most 80 miles yung range ng earthquake. And it's lesser than 80. So therefore, ano yung sagot natin? Yung sagot natin is yes. You will feel the earthquake. So just to be more specific, so I will write it in complete sentence kasi it's a word problem. So our conclusion is, since the distance D is less than the radius of the earthquake. Oops. So I will feel the earthquake in my location. So yung next question is, what if alam mo na you will be affected? Kasi diba that's our conclusion. So there's a need for you to evacuate. So yan yung next question. So how many miles south would you have to travel to be out from the earthquake? So siguro isipin nyo, sir, but why not go to west? Mas nearer mo naman siya. Baka tubig yan, dagat. Oh, don't tell me you will evacuate in the water. Diba? Baka may tsunami. Sir, why not here? O baka may buildings dyan. Hindi ka naman siguro si Spider-Man para umakyat ka sa mga buildings at makascape ka sa range ng earthquake. O diba? So wala kang choice. Hindi ka naman siguro pupunta sa north kasi ang layo nung safe area. Hindi naman siguro ka pupunta ng east kasi ang layo din nun. So yung pinakamalapit is now south. Okay. So ibig sabihin, maglalakad ka papunta dito. So ito yung maximum range ng earthquake if pupunta ka ng south. So ang nangyayari dyan, yung with respect to your x, hindi ka nag-move. So kaya yung x coordinate mo is still -60. But sa y, nag-move ka. Di ba? Hindi ka na sa -40. Pumunta ka pa sa mas mababa. So, hindi natin alam yon. That's why we will just use a y. So the question now is, how do we know the location, your current location in our map, considering that you walk towards south and you're now in the boundary of the earthquake? So yung gagawin natin is to figure that out. Since yung point natin now, yung current location natin as we go to the south, yung kulay blue, that is a point on the circle. That means we can find the y if we know the equation of the circle, and then we just have to substitute the x value to find y. So para mas maintindihan nyo, let's try to solve it. So parang ganito yan. Hanapin nyo yung equation of the circle. Take note, kailangan natin yung center at saka yung radius, in which alam naman natin, di ba? Yung center natin is 0, 0, and then yung radius natin is 80 miles. So wala ka nang ibang hanapin. All you need to do is to substitute right away. So that would be x minus 0 quantity squared plus y minus 0 quantity squared is equal to the square of 80. X minus 0 is just x. Y minus 0 is just y. And 80 times 80 is 6,400. So if you notice, this is the standard equation of a circle on the origin. Yung sinabi ko kanina. So, alam mo na yung equation of the circle. So, tandaan nyo, yung current location mo, yung -60y, part yan sa circle na to. So all you need to do to find the y, given the x is -60, substitute x is equal to -60 to the equation to find y. So, -60 squared is 3,600. And then, to isolate the y squared, you have to add -3,600 in both sides. So, magiging 0 ito. Then, y squared is equal to 64. 64 minus 36 is 2,800. And then, So para alam na natin kung anong y, get the square root of both sides. So y is equal to the square root of 2,800. Or that can be written as 20 square root of 7. Now, hindi ka pa tapos. Hindi yan yung concern mo. Yung concern mo is, how many miles south would you have to travel? Yung location natin, which is negative 60, then take note ha, we're traveling south. So that means our final answer for that is negative. Oh, wait, we have to write it in decimal, sorry. Because that would be more convenient for us to understand. So yung decimal natin is 52.92. Pero since we're walking south, that means it has to be negative. Because south diba is negative in our Cartesian plane. So yung current location mo is negative 60, negative 52.92. So ngayon, gaano daw kalayo yung lalakbayin mo? So you still have to find the distance. Okay? Yung distance or gaano kahaba yung original location mo until sa bago. But since walang nabago sa x, you don't have to find that or use the distance formula. You just have to find the change in y. So ano yung formula ng change ng y? If hindi nyo naalala from sa junior high school, yung change in y natin, yung word na change, pwede yan triangle. Change in y. Para malaman natin yung distance. Is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Then, you have to get the absolute value of the two numbers. In our case here, we're trying to find 40 miles south to y. Yung change natin dito, originally, we're at negative 40, right? So in other words, yung y sub 1 natin is yung negative 40. So yan yung y sub 1. And then, yung new location na natin sa y is yung y sub 2, which is at negative 52.92. Oops, hindi nagkasya. Ulitin ko na lang ha. So that would be negative 52.92 minus negative 40. Okay, gamitin nyo yung calculator nyo. Negative 52.92 minus negative 40 is negative 12.92. Pero may absolute value dyan. Bakit may absolute value? Because we're talking about distance and there's no such thing as negative distance. So magiging 12.92 yan. Ayan. So meaning, anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung 12.92, yan yung needed na lalakbayin mo to reach the maximum range of the circle. So hindi talaga 12.92. You have to walk more than that para hindi mo ma-experience yung earthquake. So our final answer is, therefore, okay, if hindi nyo alam, yung parang tatlong dots, na parang triangle, endpoints ng triangle, meaning of that one is therefore. Therefore, I need to travel more than. Kasi if hindi more than, di maapektuhan ka pa kasi part of the circle pa yan. More than 12.92 miles to be out from the earthquake.